on to Buster's Bait Shop, where you grub and trawlers, one-stop bubbers, hooks and poles and nets and line. So if your son or pappy's wishing to do some bass or crappie fishing, come to Buster's and have a real good time.
Buster's Bait Shop, master baiters since 1923.
Learn that insert tab A into slot B were actually directions for assembling their set of Scandinavian dresser drawers. Customer service representatives immediately approached the young couple in the housewares department and asked them to see.
Yeah, we got a hot one. Everybody at the ready.
Cooking with the Norse gods.
We're almost at go.
Yeah, it's like a
Player 1, you failed to enter your John Hancock. I'm calling you Dad. Hi, Dad.
10 seconds.
Best intentions.
Mail enhancement check, please.
6, 5,
Okay, fade to
4,
black.
3.
All last Tuesday, all the time.
Hey, I'm Cookie, and if you want to add a twist to your drinking water, squeeze a lime or cucumber slice into it. Listen, don't worry. I find that most people enjoy playing alone. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Mee-ow, Inappropriate Cat Accessories, because your cat has pissed you off for the last time.
So let's get to it. Kicking things off, that angel wears too much eyeliner. How would illusionist Chris Angel perform a vanishing hat trick? He'd vanish 3 times in a show, he'd vanish while running backwards, he'd vanish inside the Saw a Woman in Half box, or he'd vanish with only 1 minute left in the show. In sports such as hockey, a hat trick is when a player scores 3 times in one game. But if you just vanished once and for all, that'd be fine. Next, I have a degree in geography. You ever seen these things the contestants have to eat on Survivor or Amazing Race? I mean, do they realize when they eat those live beetles and spiders, they're eating the poop in their intestines too? I would never eat a live beetle or spider, unless I was assured it had just been given an enema. Anyway, which potential Amazing Race food challenge includes a food named after its country of origin? German chocolate cake-fed maggots, french fries and bull's testicles, toenails marinated in Russian dressing, or intestine with a side of Turkish delight. That's gross, but have you ever tried maggots fed on angel food cake? Don't knock it, it's pretty good. Watch how easy this is. Turkish Delight, the sweet confection, originated in Turkey. But turkey originated in America. You can tell because when you eat one, it tastes like freedom. Coming up next, the Jerry Orchard. And it's a this or dat. I'm going to read off 7 titles. For each one, I want to know if it's a play by Anton Chekhov or an episode of Seinfeld. If it's Chekhov, press the square button. If it's Seinfeld, press your circle button. Right answers will get you $300, but answer wrong and it will be worse than the series finale of Seinfeld. Let's have 30 seconds on the clock. Ready? Let's go. The Cherry Orchard. The Chinese restaurant. The Maestro. The wedding. The contest. The seagull. The virgin. Decent. I'd say you're George Smart. Not Jerry or Elaine Smart, but you know, smarter than Kramer. My favorite Seinfeld episode was the one where Kramer concocted that outrageous plan and George kept having bad things happen to him over and over. Oh, that was a good one. Hey! Next up, from the makers of Infant Mortality Rate, Travel Edition. If the board game Life released different versions based on the average life expectancy in various countries, which of these editions would make for the shortest game? Life America Edition, Life the United Kingdom Edition, Life Italy Edition, or Life Japan Edition? Now, in some parts of Italy, the average age of death is about 247 years old. It's true. No, it isn't. It's so obvious. At roughly 78 years, the CIA World Factbook ranks the USA around 50th in world life expectancy, lower than the UK, Italy, or Japan. Of course, in the game of life, if you get married, buy a house, and have children, you'll feel like you're dead at around age 30.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
And on its way, let's party till the credits roll. If Bradley Cooper's character in The Hangover held the occupation of a Cooper, what would he have said at the start of the movie? Dudes, get ready for a crazy night of cheese making. We're gonna forge steel till the sun comes up. Guys, let's just sit around and blow glass all night. Or, tonight we're gonna make so many barrels. Watch the clock. This coming from an expert on blowing? Next time, try this. A Cooper is somebody who builds and repairs barrels for a living. I actually would have preferred it if there were some sort of barrel for that scene where the naked guy jumps out of the trunk. Any sort of barrel blocking the view. A pickle barrel might have been appropriate. Round one is complete. And you're sitting pretty for someone so ugly. Remember, in round two, every question is worth double. And lest you forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, let's see what's next. Open wide for Burnt to Smithereens. What might employees of The Simpsons' Mr. Burns call him if a fire destroyed his epidermis, dermis, and some underlying tissue and muscle? C. Montgomery first-degree burns, C. Montgomery second-degree burns, C. Montgomery third-degree burns, or C. Montgomery fourth-degree burns? Want to see the answer? A fourth-degree burn involves the destruction of the dermis and epidermis as well as damage to the underlying tissue, muscle, or bone. I can imagine how difficult it must be to locate yellow skin grafts. Maybe from Regis Philbin. Well, he's more of an orange.
Question 7!
Let's try Gentlemen Like to Be Solicited. Which literary gentleman might receive a direct mailer for a gentleman's club if the mailer were sent to the Pemberley estate? Rhett Butler or current love interest, Mr. Darcy or current male protagonist, Heathcliff or current vengeful lover, or Ernest Worthing or other? This would have worked. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, the male protagonist in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, lived at Pemberley. Did they even have gentlemen's clubs in 1800s London? Kindly remove your outer garments. Now would you please take off your foundation garments? Yes, quite lovely. Heathcliff? Well, the cat's out of the bag. And so is its riding gear. You want a cat saddle from our sponsor, Mee-ow, Inappropriate Cat Accessories. If your cat could thank you, it probably wouldn't. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job.
Looking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
How about pick a number, any number? Which TV show was on the air for more seasons than the number in its title? 6 Feet Under, Seventh Heaven, John and Kate Plus 8, or 24? Seventh Heaven ran for 11 seasons. And speaking of heaven, those 11 seasons really felt like an eternity.
Scrolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
Say hello to Stir Friday Nights. Most Chinese restaurants these days advertise that they don't use MSG. It's so annoying. I had to drive all over the place last night just to find a place that'll give me dangerous doses of delicious sodium. Which reminds me, I still need to read my fortune cookie.
Cookie, fortune, message.
Okay, here we go. When life gives you apple slices, take the largest piece. Hey, how do they know I was going to be moving to New York City? Well, if that's the case, which piece of the Big Apple should I move to? The Queens slice, the Brooklyn slice, the Manhattan slice, or the Staten Island slice? No, but this is the most expensive slice. It was begging to be picked. The largest borough by area is Queens. My female friends who live in New York told me that if I ever moved near them, I would totally be the Samantha of the group. I have no idea what that means.
Hold me, never let me go. And my dream
Coming up, who got feces on the space bar? If a room full of chimps on typewriters managed to collectively type one actual word every week, what could they conceivably write in 1 year? The Pledge of Allegiance, the preamble to the U.S. Constitution, the Gettysburg Address, or the lyrics to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up? Only 31 words in the pledge. Those chimps could crank that out in under 8 months. One right answer coming up. The preamble is 52 words long, so the chimps could write it in a year at 1 word a week. Of course, instead of signing it, they'd smear it with their own feces, just like Ben Franklin. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. $4,000 for a right answer, but you lose $4,000 if you're wrong. And of course,
Remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Who's in charge of our town? You may or may not do well on this one. Good luck. There it is! Wow, you did a really great job, and no one can take that away from you. I'll remember this moment for at least, wait, what are we talking about?
You don't know Jack!
That'll do it, folks. What's going on, Donnie?
Okay, give me a piece if you'd like to engage in another tourniquet of wit.
Immigration, gay marriage, the Bill of Rights. Is it just me, or is America falling apart? I'm Lindsay St. Simone, and if you vote for me, I promise to construct a 40-foot concrete wall around the entire nation. No one will get in or out. Under my regime, I guarantee that my oppressive foot soldier militia will strip all citizens equally of their every right. Isn't it about time we got America back on track? This November, vote Lindsay St. Simone for Fascist Dictator.
This message paid for by St. Simone Mini Golf and Go-Kart on Route 16.
Did you know that 12 cups of raw spinach has as much sodium as an order of French fries at McDonald's?
Did you say as much sodium as French fries?
And that 54 cups of spinach has just as many calories?
As many calories as French fries?
Makes you think twice about eating spinach, doesn't it?
Yes.
Spinach. Is it really strong to the finish? Vote no on Proposition 14H and keep spinach and other vegetables out of our schools.
Hello, I'm Nick Bear, and I'm not here to sell you anything. I used my own money to buy some advertising time to let the world know that I hate Jeff Hansen. This isn't a tricky sales ploy or a joke. Seriously, Jeff Hansen of Chicago, Illinois is a real person and a jerk, and I really hate him. A lot. I am not a rich man. This commercial's expensive and is taking most of the money that I would use to send my children to college. But if it makes any of you understand just how much I hate Jeff Hansen, who is a real person who works in Chicago and lives in Evanston, has brown hair and is about 6'4", then it will be worth it. If I have one hope, it is that spending my entire life savings in these scary economic times will burn the name Jeff Hansen into your brain so that if you ever had the misfortune of actually meeting him, you will remember just how deeply and totally I hate this man and take it as a warning to steer clear. Thank you for listening, unless you happen to be Jeff Hansen, in which case, you, sir.
Your kids never cleaning up after themselves? The windows need a wipe down. Muddy footprints all over the floor? Then try Master Spotless's Candy Spray. Simply apply a thin film on the offending surface and presto, your children will be literally licking your home clean.
Yummy! My kitchen was covered in dog hair and garbage, but not after I coated the tile in Master Spotless's Candy Spray. Little Olive has never been so good at chores.
I love carpet.
Master Spotless's Candy Spray also works on picky eaters who won't touch their vegetables. Buy it now. Available in bubblegum, chocolate bubblegum, and sugar.
Are you in the market for a new used van? When you think Vans Van Lot. Hello, I'm Vance, Van, and I sell the sweetest vans in the city. They've got 8-track players, water beds, airbrush murals, beaded curtains.
Hey Vance, what's that weird burning smell?
Never you mind that, kid. You'll understand when you're older. Hey, okay, my vans don't come with satellite radio and GPS and la-dee-da, but they do have character and carpeted walls. So, when you think vans, think Vance Van Lot. Conveniently located down by the old abandoned airport that's probably haunted. You know the one. And remember, if Vance Van Lots are rocking, be sure to stop in and buy a van. From me, Vance Van.
We're not leaving this house, mister, until you brush your teeth.
Arg, this is so stupid.
Hey parents, newsflash. Brushing your teeth is lame. Drinking out of a keg is cool. Hi, I'm Al Grin, owner of Grin Toothpaste Kegs, and it's time to turn your kid's toothbrush and sand off into a toothbrush keg.